Hi, and welcome back to Geno's Picks. I know, rough week 2, 1-2-1, making us 3-4-1 overall. Roughest start in 3 years, and I know you're concerned, but no worries. We got a lot of winners for you this week. But first, you know what really grinds my gears? Anyone who hasn't seen it, A.J. Smith. Really? You didn't sign Vincent Jackson. You didn't let anyone else sign him. And now he's a free agent at the end of the year. And you know what you're going to have? Nothing. He's gone. He's not playing 16 games. If you drafted him in your league, you're a jackass. Because A.J. Smith will always be the Lord of no rings. I don't have time for you. And what pisses me off the most is you gave number 12 to Patrick Creighton, the only man that ever got us to the Super Bowl, Stan Humphries. You give away his number. Have some fucking passion, A.J. Smith. And then maybe your players will play with the same. Ugh. Now, Geno's Picks. All right, see this? See the framing? Because we don't have time for pictures today, and if they're worth 1,000 words, I'll give you 4,000 more words with 4 more picks. 8 picks coming at you starting now. My first pick, the Bengals are laying 3 in Carolina against the Panthers. What am I missing here? The Panthers flat out stink, and the Bengals have played 2 really tough defenses in the Patriots and the Jets, and the Ravens. So I think they're going to be welcoming this game. Okay, you're going to get Palmer, who's a week away from a huge day, as is Ocho Cinco, and is Benson. He's pounding the ball down their throats. And the Panthers are auditioning a quarterback in Clausen. That means a lot of 3-and-outs and a lot of useless turnovers and a very tired, often on the field Panthers defense. People, don't waste your time watching this. Just spend 3 hours watching Gone with the Wind, because both of them are featuring black men forced onto a field, exhausted and exploited. Yeah, baby! Take the Bengals, lay the 3. Pick number 2 of 8. This is fantastic. One of these has got to hit. The Lions are getting 11 at Minnesota. What's happened to Brett Favre? He just doesn't have his heart anymore, and he doesn't have his receivers. Playmaker Percy Harvin is beat to shit, and Rice is out for 6 weeks, and Vince Jackson is never going to play for them this year. So all you have is AP, who's amazingly averaging 5 yards a carry still. But on the other side of the ball, you got a lot of roar in the Lions. I like Sean Hill as a control kind of guy. Javid Best is amazing, and what can you say about Calvin Johnson? Megatron's amazing. When he goes up in a ball, for a ball crowded by defenders, it's like an HIV-positive guy being crowded in a flu epidemic. Both of them are coming down with something. Yeah, it's kind of cute, but take the Lions and the 11 points. My next pick. No, you ready? My next pick, the Patriots are giving 14 to the Bills, only 2 touchdowns. Shane Gailey should be shot in the face, and not the good shot in the face you're usually watching on the internet. No, shot in the face with a gun. We talk about it every week. C.J. Spiller when you have 2 good running backs, and you've already admitted now 2 weeks in that Trent Edwards stinks, and you're giving it to Ryan Fitzpatrick? Hope it's a great coffee shop, Jack. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to get pummeled. And I'll tell you something else. New England is coming off facing the Bengals and Jets defense, and now they get to face the Bills. That's like going from a high-maintenance bitch to a fat chick. Suddenly, everything's a lot softer, and they are just begging you to score and pound the ball all day. People, take the Patriots and lay 2 touchdowns. My next pick. The Eagles are laying 3 in Jacksonville against the hapless Jaguars, who my Chargers mauled. What has been the story all week? Michael Vick suddenly replacing I always say that, Kevin Kolb. Why? Why is there controversy? Because if you're a smart football or Eagles fan, you'll realize Kevin Kolb, if he was named the starter, would be on the bench in another week with another concussion. Because the Eagles' offensive line has more gaps in it than a really good porn flick. You know what I'm saying? The point is, Vick is perfectly suited for that line. If you told me I could pick 3 quarterbacks to stand behind the Eagles' offensive line, I would take him over Rodgers or Schaub. He's just solid. Yeah, there's going to be a little controversy there between Vick and Kolb. But take it from me, Michael Vick just spent a year in jail, and he's not going to let you down this week. Because after spending time in jail, it's finally time for him to screw people and put them in an awkward position. Take Michael Vick and the Eagles. My next pick. San Francisco, for once in your life, don't fuck me, Alex Smith, is laying 2.5 at the Chiefs. Who are the Chiefs? The Chiefs are terrible, okay? On opening day, they were 3 plays away and 1 fumble from being shut out. Matt Castle is terrible. And last week, they beat the Browns. Okay, so their combined record of their opponents is 1-3, and the Niners have lost to 1 bad and 1 good team. I'm just saying, The Niners have a great defense, and the Chiefs are like the guy that beats women. He thinks he's better than he really is, and when he's in for the real pounding, you will see it, and it will be ugly. Watch the Niners maul the Chiefs this week. Take the Niners, lay the 2.5. My next pick, the Raiders are getting 4 in Arizona against the Cardinals, who stink, by the way. But let's start with the Raiders. They named Bruce Gradkowski the starter this week. I love this guy. He's got so much heart. I think Bruce Gradkowski is Polish for Ginkgo biloba, because unlike the other quarterbacks they've had the past 3 years, he's going to make the Raiders remember who they are, and they're going to play inspired football. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, Derek Anderson is still the starting quarterback for the Cardinals. Derek Anderson is like the town whore. He's great when you want to go deep, am I right? But if you need something tight, he's the last person you think of. He can't hit people underneath. He's not that good a quarterback, and it leaves the running game in a terrible hole. I'll tell you something, people. Love the Raiders here. Take the Raiders and take the 4 points. My 7th pick. Where does the time go? The Titans are getting 3 in New York against the football Giants. What? Being a New York Giants defenseman is like eating Mexican. You know the runs are coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I know, but the last joke's really good in this bit. They're not that good. They got the ball forced down their throat by the Colts, who ran 36 times for 161 yards. And if it wasn't for Devin Moore's last-minute fumble, that game goes to the under, and it's an even bigger blowout. So listen to me. Why are they still favored by 3 against the Titans? Oh, because they pulled Vince Young last week? I don't care. That's going to make him better. Vince Young is like an adolescent's penis. The more you pull it, the stronger it comes back every time. Take the Titans and the 3. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night Bet, or as I like to call it, it's a 50-50 shot with me this year. People, I didn't write anything for this. I've been really busy. But it looks like the Green Bay Packers are giving 3 to the Bears in Chicago. Let me just say my favorite Chicago Bears nickname. Matt, reading ain't my thing, but hitting bitches is my forte. Realize he's got 3 touchdowns this year? You realize they're all on pass receptions, not really running the ball well? Hey, March is a great offensive coordinator, but the Pack is a great team. And I don't care what you say, this is a divisional game, and I like the Packers here to win by at least a field goal. Put your money on the Pack. Those are Geno's picks.